I started looking after Maldives since 2007 as I became Area Vice President for South Asia for Marriott International. And at that time, we really didn't have any hotels here. We were working on a couple of projects. And then from there to now, we have 7 beautiful hotels, 2 more under construction. And we see opportunity for many more. So we're very excited about this market. So let me say first and foremost, as a company, we're the largest hospitality company that has announced already that we would be reaching our target of net zero by 2050. We have recently submitted and got approval on our science-based targets, specifically on the reduction. We have also announced by 2030 what amount of carbon reduction we would be working on. And as we work our way through, as a company, we operate our business on a balanced scorecard. So that means our general managers have 5 or 6 clear metrics that they must pursue to drive performance. And that includes, taking great care of customers, taking great care of our associates, financial performance, and so on. Now, sustainability is becoming part of that balanced scorecard. So we have reporting ability coming by hotel. And my personal view has always been what is measurable is achievable. And we feel very confident that we will not only meet but potentially exceed many of the short-term targets that we've set ourselves. Now, beyond that, just to give you a few examples, hotel that we are at right now is part of this is Sheraton Maldives, is part of a Good Travel with Marriott Bonvoy program, whereby the hotel team partners with a local approved NGO in replanting corals. And we offer that for our customers. As they come into Maldives, they come and spend time at the hotel, they have the opportunity to engage with the hotel, work with our NGO partners, and we continue to plant corals. Just, given everything that we know is going on because of El Nino and so on and so forth, our focus has been to continue to contribute in many ways to the community or the environment that we all operate in. Beyond that, things like food waste. We had, back in 2016, set ourselves a target of reducing food waste by 50%. We have been working on other elements like getting rid of plastic across all our hotels, and been fairly aggressive on that particular strategy. So when you think about all elements of sustainability, Marriott, as a leader in hospitality, believes that it's not just an obligation, it's our responsibility to take the lead and be the best in class when it comes to sustainability. And that's the direction we are pursuing aggressively. Each of our hotels, by end of next year, would be certified by a recognized organization on sustainability. So a couple of them already have LEED certification, others are getting their Green Edge certification, but we have set a deadline that by the end of next year, every single one of the hotels here in Maldives will be certified. So those are just some examples of what we are pursuing, both in the space of sustainability, energy conservation, elements like getting rid of, reducing our carbon footprint, but also things like the coral replantation is part of that community effort to really make sure that wherever we do business, we are very engaged with the local community to continue to improve the environment and the local community that we work in. We do. We engage quite a bit. If you talk to, I was at the St. Regis just last night and this morning. We flew in from there. The team there works with all the local islands close by to do many things. One, help with some schools, providing computers and other kind of infrastructure work, bringing in a lot of locals. In fact, my butler, a colleague of mine, who was taking me around all around the island, was very proud to say that growing up, he used to come to that island for school trips, and now this was his island, right? He was working and growing up there. You have heard about our Marriott Maldives internship program that we launched last year, and we bring folks from such islands who have no experience in hospitality into the program. In some cases, these are also orphan kids, thereby giving them exposure to hospitality. And it's a 10-month program. First cohort had 43 associates, and 37 of them got full-time employed by us, which I'm very, very proud of. And that shows that we've got 87% retention with that particular program. And when you think about our local population base in our 7 resorts, 57% of associates in Maldives are local Maldivians working in our hotels. So from our perspective, we've always been very strong believers of developing local talent wherever we operate, in whichever part of the world we operate. And Maldives is just a great example of where you've got local islands where you're not only sometimes buying produce from them, you're bringing those folks into your environment and getting them to experience what we have to offer. And now what we have launched, again, was launched last year. We are going to have graduation in the next couple of months, is our Karimagu program, which is for our local Maldivian leaders who are going through the program for 12 months, where they get cross exposure in other parts of Marriott hotels around the world. They go through a very structured program and they graduate. Again, ultimately our mission is that these are the folks that are going to be running our future hotels in Maldives, right? So we remain very focused and invested in Maldivian community. So when you think about Marriott as the largest hotel company in the world, for us, we've been in this business for 97 years. We are today operating in 140 countries. The core belief of the company has always been, you take great care of your people, your associates will take great care of your customers, the customers will keep coming back and back, and the business will take care of itself, right? That's the philosophy we've deployed in every market we operate in. So to me, when you talk about locals, and particularly in a market like Maldives, you have to overinvest in training programs, in doing more to bring them into this environment where they can start to feel comfortable, experience the world of hospitality, and then slowly get confidence and build themselves up. And that's exactly what we are doing with our internship program, for example. So to me, these are just some great examples. Our work is never done. We want to do more of it, continue to build future leaders, because as a leader, my view has always been that eventually our hotels should be run by locals. That's the way we would thrive in any community that we operate. There are a number of reasons for that, but that doesn't take away from the fact that as a company, we've been very focused on DEI, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion. Today, about 20% of the workforce is women, but what I like to see is us continue down the road. So what we have been doing is similar to what I talked about, the Maldivian apprenticeship program, we have started a women ambassador network all across Asia Pacific, which is led by my CFO, Christina Chan, somebody who's been with the company for a long time, is a champion for women, has grown, from the ranks. And what we do is we have these champions across every part of Asia Pacific, and similarly here in Maldives, where they are able to really sit with youngsters and be able to communicate with them and give them ways, talk through the challenges they faced, and really encourage them to continue to build out their career. And we'll continue to stay very focused on that, because ultimately we like to see a lot more women, particularly here in Maldives, come into the hospitality business. To be honest, we embrace changing trends. And to me, more folks who are in the world of hospitality, in any form of lodging, actually is good. So I think this whole piece about more and more guest houses on, islands that have lots of locals, I think it's a good thing. It helps improve the economic environment of the communities, right? I personally don't believe it has a major impact on us as hotel resort operators. Even take it away from Maldives for a second. Think about the world of Airbnb, as a potential competitor. Now, in every market around the world, Airbnb is a great competitor, but we embrace it. And from my perspective, we've continued to grow and thrive, in the business of hospitality and lodging as much as any other company. So when you think about where we are here in Maldives, our financial performance has been very strong, particularly over the last 3-4 years, as Maldivian, hospitality has just been shining, particularly during, early years of COVID. And even now, we see great opportunity for even future growth. So from my perspective, I think more is necessarily not bad. And in this case, it's actually good, because it helps create an atmosphere where everybody is invested in the word hospitality. So this is what we are launching today, is the second cohort. The first cohort graduated, as I said, 43 were in the first program, 37 full-time employed with us, which we are super proud of. This cohort that we are about to launch will have 60, again from all over Maldives. Some kids that need genuine help because they're coming from difficult backgrounds, and others who are genuinely interested in the world of hospitality. But our focus is to give them the exposure, build their confidence, train them, and basically give them opportunities from a long-term perspective. Now, if they decide to continue to stay with us, or they decide to venture out and work on cruise liners or other businesses, that's absolutely fine. But from our perspective, we just want to create this talent base of young professionals who are involved in the business of hospitality.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Pleasure.